that. Make an entry in the logbook. On this day, Fleet Command Ship Cosmos 1 is standing in deep space. 6 months, 18 days out of Centaurus. Cosmos 2 and 3 are following at 3 months intervals. This program, without incident.
Well, Doc, you better dust off your dress uniform. We'll soon be home.
Commander, you've been saying that for the past 6 months. Say, are you sure we're not lost?
Positive. 1 month, 12 days, 4 hours, and 32 minutes to go.
Might as well be a year. That's how long it seems since we left Centaurus.
Excuse me, Doc. That 1 month and 12 days Commander Scott just mentioned, is that our time here in space or time at home?
Our time, Evans. That's about 6 years back home.
6 more years. Brother. You know something, sir? We've been gone so long, my kid brother is now 30 years older than me. Is that crazy?
That's what happens when you travel at near optic speeds. It's a time paradox. I suppose in some ways it is crazy.
Imagine what would happen if a married guy came home after 5 years and found his wife was an old woman.
Well, that's why married men can't qualify for cosmic expedition, Sergeant. Distress signal from Cosmos 3.
You have your coordinates, Mr. Scott. Try to get an accurate fix on their position. Communications King.
Clear all channels for communicate from Cosmos 3.
Yes, sir. Clearing all channels.
I have a fix on Cosmos 3, Admiral. She's moved off the program course. They're here in the Solaris star system. We passed near there ourselves a little over 3 months ago.
It could be a dangerous area to be off course. Solaris is a new star, surrounded by numerous planets and a great deal of cosmic gas.
If they plunge into one of those gas clouds at full acceleration, they'll burn up in an instant.
Communications. Anything from Cosmos 3?
Nothing yet, Admiral. We have all channels wide open.
Try to contact them. I'll be right in. Sergeant, reduce speed 1/8. No sense in getting the gap between us any wider than possible.
Program acceleration by 1/8.
New ring room standing by. Did you hear what I heard, Mr. Bradley? We're reducing speed.
I heard.
Well, I hope that doesn't mean we've been on the wrong course all this time.
No, not with Scott navigating. He knows where we were, where we are, and where we're going to be at any given moment. Past, present, or future. He's an Admiral King, junior grade. I'll check it out. Stand by, Chief.
Activate maneuver.
Don't tell me he's thinking of turning back.
What would you do? There are 20 people and a valuable cargo of gravitite aboard that ship. They're his responsibility.
Correction, Doc. There are 12 men in the cargo aboard the Cosmos 3. The rest are Centaurians.
Oh, yes, I forgot. You don't consider Centaurians people, do you, Scott?
I don't think we should put so much trust in them, that's all. After all, they're hardly more than barbarians.
Centaurians once had a very high culture, Scott. They could again with our help.
You sound exactly like the Admiral. You've both been out here so long, your sense of values have changed.
A deep space colony can't always live by the standards we do back home.
Admiral King's theory of cosmic colonization. It was required reading at the Academy, Dr. Farrell.
Commander, if you try getting to know the Admiral, you might discover he's quite a remarkable man.
Maybe you've forgotten, Doc. I've been with him on Centaurus for the past 3 years. I believe I know him pretty well.
I've been on his staff for almost 20 years. I believe I know him better.
Cosmos Fleet Command Ship 1 to Cosmos 3. Cosmos 1 to Cosmos 3. If you are receiving, please acknowledge.
Shall we keep trying, sir?
Cosmos 3, Admiral King. If you are receiving, please advise Captain Ross that he is off course and approaching a dangerous area. Repeat, your present course will take you into a danger zone. Keep trying. Repeat the same message on all channels.
Admiral King, do you think something has happened to them?
We don't know yet, Linda.
I have friends aboard the Cosmos 3. I am afraid for them.
We all have friends on Cosmos 3. We're all deeply concerned.
Cosmos Fleet Command Ship 1 to Cosmos 3. Cosmos 1 to Cosmos 3. If you can transmit, please acknowledge.
Jan, you've got to listen to me. Both of you. Put away those guns. It'll soon be too late.
No. We're turning back to Centaurus.
Can't you understand? This ship is out of control. Unless you release those men in the maneuvering room, we're going nowhere but to our death.
You're trying to trick us, Captain.
I am not trying to...
You, Lieutenant Anderson, you will take us back to Centaurus.
You stupid fools. Commander Scott was right. He said the Centaurians couldn't be trusted.
Chang, what are you doing?
Stop. We're turning back to Centaurus.
Chang, this is treasonous. Give me the gun.
Very strong magnetic field, sir. We're locked in.
It's one of the planets of Solaris. We've entered its field of gravity. Activate the accelerator, Sergeant.
What does it mean, Captain?
No use. It means that we're doomed to crash into that planet unless I can regain control of the maneuvering room.
Then we shall crash. It is better that we die than be your slaves.
We have never treated you as a slave.
Please, Chang, surrender your arms. The captain knows what is the best.
Quick, Sergeant. The maneuvering room. Activate the gravity compensator. To the safety chamber. All of you, hurry! Emergency stations! Emergency station! Send go to the safety chamber!
You must come too.
What do you suppose happened to them, Admiral?
Strong magnetic fields, cosmic clouds, any number of things that can happen, but shouldn't.
I wonder how they got so far off course. I mean, it's impossible they didn't know.
No question about it, Admiral. They're grounded on one of the inner planets of Solaris.
Communications.
Anything coming in?
No, Admiral. Nothing but the homing signal.
Any reply from command headquarters?
Nothing yet, Admiral.
Keep me informed.
The Admiral is really upset, isn't he?
It's the first ship he's ever lost.
Karen, do you think he would turn back?
The High Command will let him, he will.
I don't think so. We're too close to home.
You know we'll never get there. It is just a wishful dream.
I know what you mean, honey. 6 months aboard this pressurized people package isn't exactly what I call a pleasure party.
Well, it could be, sugar, if you'd let yourself go.
Well, the wolf of outer space. And who let you out of your darkened den?
Now, be kind to me, ladies. Don't forget that I'm your ingenious engineer, the master of the maneuvering room and the activator of your gravitators. I mean, without me, there'd be no ups or downs.
Here we go again.
Well, I suppose we are grateful for all these amazing services, Mr. Bradley.
Lieutenant, you just allow this sweet thing a few moments' liberty with your old starmate, and, well, I'll consider you all paid in full.
Back to your gravitators, Wonder Boy. We have work to do.
Now, Lieutenant, there's no reason for you to treat me like a common old Centaurian. Hey, Linda, I'm sorry. Well, now, you know I didn't mean anything by what I said. You know me, I could light up a whole room. Just by walking out.
Forget it, Linda. He didn't mean it.
You know, she's right. I mean, Lieutenant Bradley's crazy about you. He loves everybody. You know that.
Yes, I know. But I wonder if your people really can accept us, Karen.
Listen, Linda. You have an exciting new life ahead of you. Don't worry about being accepted. When you get around all those young cadets at the academy, you'll forget all about Centaurus and those years in the colony and people with narrow minds.
You know, I've never even seen a boy of my own age.
It's command headquarters.
The reply from Space Command, Mr. Scott.
Communicate from headquarters, Admiral.
But as no other communications can be established, it must be assumed that Cosmos 3 has crashed, killing all crew members and passengers. Regret your request to return to Star System Solaris to search for survivors must be denied. Continue on course as programmed.
Sorry, sir. It would have been a futile effort, Admiral.
We will reverse our course, Mr. Scott. Program a flight plan to take us to Solaris.
But, sir, the request has been denied by command headquarters.
I'm the commander of this fleet. All the passengers and crewmen on these ships are my responsibility as long as we are in deep space. We are still in space. We reverse course. Is that clear, Mr. Scott?
Yes, sir.
Send a communicator to command headquarters to that effect immediately.
Evans, stand by to reverse course. Horizontal maneuver.
Yes, sir. Maneuvering room, this is control. Stand by horizontal activators for a change in course.
Maneuvering room standing by.
I'll talk to you later, sugar.
What is all this, Mr. Bradley? First we slow down to a walk, and now we change course.
Well, looks like we're going back, Chief.
You mean Space Command okayed the old man's request?
Well, if they didn't, he's sure going to catch it when we do get home.
Maneuvering room from control. New course is 175 degrees on horizontal plane. 175 horizontal. Program.
Set automatic pilot on Cosmos 3's homing beam for 3 months cruising. Full acceleration.
3 months? Oh, yes, sir.
Activate maneuver.
Stop here for the night. At least it's dry ground.
Don't touch me. I told you to stay away from me.
I only want to help you, Lieutenant. You need help.
If it weren't for you and your kind, none of us would need any help.
I'm sorry for what has happened, but I didn't rebel.
Jang was your brother. What's the difference?
Jang thinks for himself. I'm not responsible.
You're all alike. You take everything from us and you give nothing. I hate all of you.
But Sally, we were friends only a few hours ago. We're the same people.
Leave me alone, please.
And you hate me too, my husband.
Oh, Zenda, I don't hate you, but
But you wish you'd never heard of Centaurus or me.
I didn't say that.
You don't have to. I see the truth in your eyes.
Here, Sally. It'll kill the pain. I wish I could do more. I wish I were a doctor.
You're always wishing for something, aren't you, Chuck? You wished for her and you got her. What did I get? Nothing. Well, I'm gonna try wishing. I wish I were dead.
Come on, Sally. We're gonna be all right. Admiral King will come back for us. Cosmos 1's probably on its way here this very minute.
Command headquarters will never let him turn back. I know that, and so do you.
What are you trying to do?
Someone is out there.
You take my sister? Take us from Centaurus? Do not take us back! I'll kill you!
Miles, sir. Velocity now 5 miles per second. All right, Alan. Set gravitation compensators for an altitude of 50 miles. Decelerate to 0 velocity. GC 50 miles. 0 velocity. 500. Stand by emergency. 300. 200. 150. 100. 75. 60. 55. 50. Stationary order, sir. 50 miles and locked in, sir.
Very good, Mr. Scott. Dr. Farrell, would you join me on the observation deck, please?
I'll be there in a moment, Admiral. Well, we finally arrived.
Did you have any doubts, Doctor?
About reaching Solarius? No.
But what about finding any of them still alive, Dr. Farrell?
Well, there's always a chance.
Not a very good chance, I believe. But...
Yes, the facts do indicate that this planet has an unpleasant environment, but not necessarily hostile. It has a carbon, water, oxygen system.
我到呢邊你講俾醫生聽嘅。
好嘞。Jung has calculated that for the past 3 months while we've been traveling, 18 years have gone by on the planet.
You surprise me, John. You're advancing rapidly.
It's Linda's teaching. I believe our Admiral will not give up until he has definitely proved there are no survivors.
And it'll probably cost him his command.
Once there were such leaders on Centaurus.
The Admiral has his way, there will be again. He's determined to prove that Centaurus can rebuild its culture.
Do you believe this is so, Doctor?
Well, I'd say that Linda is a brilliant example of what can be done.
Linda was only a baby when she was removed to the colony. The others were not.
What are you trying to tell me, Jung?
My ancestor taught me a people will change their ways only if they wish to do so. A man may be removed from the land, but it is difficult to remove the land from the man.
Beautiful planet. Not barren and desolate like Centaurus. So green and peaceful.
Can't be so peaceful down there. Young planet. Primitive, treacherous. You can't trust young planets.
What do you mean, Admiral?
They're usually infested with living things completely unknown to us.
Hasn't this planet ever been explored?
Not according to our galactic records.
No sign of life of any kind, Admiral. Human or otherwise.
Creatures on these planets are deceiving. Even on the ground, you can't always trust what you see.
That's the crash site. Nothing but steaming swamp.
Developed vegetation. 18 years is a long time.
And they couldn't have picked a worse place to crash. I don't imagine they had much choice. Certainly a botanist's paradise. I'd say this planet is in an age comparable to our Pliocene of about 5 million years ago.
Doctor. Could man exist in that environment?
Probably. There's bound to be an abundant supply of food. I think it would be mostly combating the elements, defending himself from who knows what. There could be some rather ferocious beasts roaming about that terrain.
Lieutenant Lamont, send a communique to command headquarters. Inform them we're going to make a landing on this planet. Mr. Scott, that deep canyon, beyond the jungle. That's your landing site.
Sergeant Allen, landing stations.
Sir. Attention all personnel, attention all personnel. Landing stations.
Stand by gravitators.
Maneuvering room, stand by gravitators.
Maneuvering room ready and standing by. Hate to say it, Lieutenant, but I got a feeling the old man's got a bad case of cosmic fever. Well, where's your spirit of adventure, Chief? I thought you loved this life. Spirit I've got, adventure I've had, love I was looking forward to. I know what you mean, Chief. Remember the words of that great planetary prophet? Yeah, what he said? He said, let them that don't want none have memories of... Forget it. 1 and 2 secure. Standing by.
Stations.
Scott, as soon as Dr. Power completes his atmosphere reports, I want you to lead the search party to the crash site.
Whatever you say, Admiral.
Why are you so opposed to this mission? Some of the men on Cosmos 3 were your close friends.
Well, that's the logic of it that I don't understand. Their emergency circuits have been open all these years. Not once has anyone tried to send a message. Now, to me, that suggests there's no one here to send it.
Mr. Scott, the one single valuable lesson I've learned in my years of exploration is that logic is not always reliable. Proving the uncertain can sometimes produce rewarding results. Nothing else, our landing on this planet might clear the way for a new colony.
Assuming that it's safe for a colony to exist on this planet.
That is the unknown factor. Let's get about discovering the truth.
Take a break. Go easy on the water.
Facciamo una sosta qui. Bevete pure un po' d'acqua.
Everyone take 1 oxygenium tablet. No more.
Now, this air isn't humid, Doc. It's liquid.
Like breathing underwater.
Hot water. We'll get used to it. Who needs it?
Imagine having to live in an inferno like this.
Probably not too bad up in the Highlands.
This planet's not too unlike Centauria. A little less oxygen, more nitrogen, perhaps. I imagine the Centaurians could adapt to this planet very easily.
With all this vegetation? No, they like the deserts, Doc. You give them barren, wind-swept oceans of sand, and they're happy.
Say, Doc. Mr. Farrell. Old Jung said that in the 3 months it took us to get back to this planet, 18 years passed by here. How does he figure that?
Alan, I've told you 6 times. It's the time paradox. What's the matter with you?
Okay, so you told me. So I still don't see it.
It's a matter of reference points, Alan. On the ship, we were traveling at 1 speed. This planet travels at another.
You get it, kid? For 3 months, we've been barreling along at near the speed of light.
Yeah. I know that. But I
Look, this planet rotates on its axis at only 1,000 miles an hour. Now, that speed determines the length of the day and the month and the year here. We getting through?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, look, at the speed we were traveling in space for 3 months, that was the equivalent of 6,500 plus days and nights here.
And that adds up to 18 years. You get it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. It's simple. It's just a matter of reference points. Anybody can see that.
See anything?
Few birds. Nothing else.
What do you expect to see? A welcoming committee?
Don't get funny.
Hey. You hear something, Chief?
Like what?
There's something walking around over there.
Don't anybody move.
Alan?
Yeah, I think so. What is it, Alan?
Can't find my heartbeat.
Nothing like a little adventure, eh, Lieutenant?
Set up a beamer here. Cosmos 1, this is Scott. Do you receive me?
Cosmos 1 receiving you, Commander. Stevens standing by.
Anson, inform the Admiral that I advise no one be allowed to leave the ship without being well armed.
Scott, this is King. What's wrong out there?
Oh, we've encountered one of those deceptive creatures you mentioned. The giant lizard. It's been destroyed, but I'm sure there are others in this area. We're about halfway to the crash site now, Admiral. I'll leave a beamer at this location. That's all, sir.
Very well, Mrs. Scott. Carry on. Keep a sharp watch.
You want to be covering your guard down?
Yes, sir.
Very well, Mr. Scott. Carry on. Keep a sharp watch. You don't want to be caught with your guard down.
How did you ever qualify for this duty, Bradley?
Oh, my commanding officer asked for volunteers for an important expedition. I thought he meant exhibition.
All right, men. Let's move. And keep a sharp watch.
That's where they grow lizards around here. I'd hate to run into a snake.
Evans, close the seal, all outside hatches. Sorry, men, your liberty's canceled. No one is to leave the ship under any circumstances.
Have they located the Cosmos 3, sir?
Not yet.
Well, there goes the ball game, huh?
They must have run into trouble out there.
Well, I wish I was with them. Anything would be better than being stuck in this king-sized community capsule.
Admiral King, Linda's out of the ship.
Are you sure?
She says she wished to breathe the fresh air, to feel the warmth of the sun. I advise her not to leave without your permission.
She's been dying to get off this ship ever since we landed.
Harris, get my field gear. Radio, Mrs. Scott. Gentlemen, we'll be...
Admiral King, you can't take this chance, sir. If anything should happen to you or Commander Scott, the ship would never leave this planet.
All right. Harris, you and Wilson go look for her. She's probably near the ship.
Yes, sir.
Bring laser rifles with you. Be guard at all times.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry, Admiral. We'll find her.
Poor Linda. She's such a lost child.
Karen, anything happens to her, I'll never forgive myself.
I understand.
She's just like a mother. Independent, curious, filled with childlike dreams of another world.
The Centaurian heritage cannot be changed.
I didn't know he knew Linda's mother. I thought she was killed in the Centaurian travel war.
It is true, but the Admiral knew her long before that. He made many expeditions into the desert in those years.
John, who was Linda's father?
No one will ever know.
Sound like a bird call to me.
Come on, Lynn's in trouble.
Also the end of the trail. Unless you're a mountain goat.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't think she climbed up there. I think we missed her. I think maybe she's back here someplace.
Wait a minute. Tracks. She's been right around here someplace.
Yeah. Do you think she fell in? I mean, do the Centaurians know how to swim?
I don't know.
Our boat!
Yeah, it's hers, all right.
Look at the size of that thing. Must be 20 feet long. Come on, let's get back to the ship. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on.
Take 5.
What's the matter, Bradley? This hike too much for you?
Oh, no, Doc. I always enjoy a 40-mile walk on a lovely day like this.
Well, this is good for you. The last time I gave you a physical, you were 10 pounds overweight.
Are you kidding, Doc? I've been on a diet for 7 days. And so far, all I lost is a week.
Yeah, you volunteered.
Yeah, that's the story of my life. I'm always volunteering for something. I remember one time back at headquarters, I volunteered for a karate course. They taught me all the chops, the head, the neck, the shoulder, stomach, the whole thing there. The karate kicks, and the over-the-head throw. High keeper! Hot! And after completing the course, I became a karate expert. I went around breaking boards with my bare hand. The first time I saluted Admiral King, I almost knocked my brains out. And I had to volunteer for this mission to Centaurus, and look where it got us.
But like you always told me, Lieutenant, where's your spirit of adventure?
Oh, that's the thing. That's what makes all of this worthwhile. The adventure. Day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. Oh, the sheer thrill of it all. Perusing the planets, unifying the universe, galloping through the galactics. I'll never forget one expedition we had to the planet Gage, if I live to be normal. We'd landed our ship in the middle of the densest part of the jungle. And we were about 200 yards from the ship when out of this big cave came a huge, ferocious beast, 40 feet tall, scaled from head to toe, with fire and flame shooting out of all 3 nostrils. Well, I raised my laser gun. I fired the activating mechanism, but the gun wouldn't work. It looked like certain death for all of us. But then I thought of something. I reached back and I grabbed a handful of yours, and I threw it right in the beast's face and killed it.
Just a minute, Brad. You reached back and grabbed a handful of what?
Yours. A handful of yours. And I threw it right in the...
Okay, Bradley, tell me. What's yours?
I'll have a 3-day pass, sir. So Sugar and Ensign Stevens and I can find a quiet spot.
I know I shouldn't have asked.
And we'll go ahead.
Let's move out, shall we?
Centaurian name.
I am Centaurian. You are Centaurian. We are same.
Well, how did you get here? On this planet?
It is my homeland.
You were born here. Your mother was aboard the Cosmos 3. There were survivors.
Survivors?
Yes, your mother and father. Where are they?
I will take you to them.
Tang? Where are my clothes?
Clothes wet. You fall in water.
Oh, yes, I remember. There was a serpent.
I killed serpent. I bring you here. Come.
It is Zenda. She's beautiful.
Mother. Father.
That is Lieutenant Anderson. He's not a Centaurian.
My father.
I must tell the Admiral about this. I must go back to the ship that brought me here. Do you know where the ship is, Tang?
I know. I take you there.
Anybody anymore?
Mr. Scott, sir, I've just made a very important decision. The last time I volunteered was the last time I volunteered.
It's fast thinking, Alan. I'll see that a note of this is entered in your service record. Now, let's move. Commander, I think we'd better take a breather. I know you're anxious to get to the crash site, but if we don't conserve our energy, we'll never make it back to the ship. All right. Relax, man.
You know something, Mr. Bradley? I'm beginning to lose my spirit of adventure.
What's the problem, Scott? Oh, no problem.
You look like you're a million miles away.
Well, I was thinking about something that happened back on Centaurus.
Xander?
The Centaurian girl? Now, why would I be thinking about her?
Isn't it about time you stopped lying to yourself, Scott? You don't really hate the Centaurians. The fact is you hate yourself for not facing up to the truth.
The truth about what?
You and Xander.
What are you trying to say, Doc?
You were in love with her, weren't you?
Whatever gave you that idea?
Oh, come on now, Scott. We all knew about it. Admiral King, Captain Ross, Jung, even Karen. No one criticized you for it. Everyone accepted the fact that you...
You know, Doc, I think this heat is beginning to affect you.
Now, you listen to me, son. You're going to have to face up to this someday, and it might as well be right now.
Face up to what, Dr. Farrell?
The truth. You wanted that girl, but you wouldn't admit it to yourself. And now you've lost her to someone else. And you've been eating your heart out about it ever since.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, I'll draw you a picture. Zenda and Lieutenant Anderson were married just before we left Centaurus.
Married?
That's right. You see, Anderson loved her too, but he didn't hesitate to tell her so.
I don't believe it.
Well, I don't care whether you believe it or not. It's the truth. And it's about time you faced up to it.
You have a great secret weapon. Yeah, they could use it for deodorant. You rub it on, the smell stays, but you disappear.
That's boiling crude oil, Commander.
Boy, what a spot for a steam bath.
Hand me that rope.
He's got more nerve than I thought he had.
Scott's a good man, Bradley. He'll make a fine fleet captain as soon as he finds himself.
Yeah, but what a miserable place to have to search.
The best. A hazardous mission is like the mirror of truth. When you face it, you see your true self.
Say, Chief, you and Mr. Bradley are engineers. Why don't you build a better bridge?
Wrong kind of engineers. You scared, Alan?
Frankly, yeah.
Doc, I don't think Alan better try it.
Okay, Chief. Alan, you stay behind. Better leave a beamer.
I'm okay, Doc. If you can make it, I can.
Suit yourself.
He's got it secure. Let's go.
Hey, all right, don't follow so close.
Sorry, sir. Something just happened to me. Got a little shook, I guess.
You get it, Chief? We're all a little shook.
No, we're almost there. Let's move on.
Come on, son.
impact must have been something fierce.
Kind of sickening, isn't it? Nobody could have survived this crash.
Bradley, you and the chief wait here. We can't be sure what we might find inside. You with me, Doc? Captain Ross. Something strange about all this, Scott. No. I want to check every compartment in the ship. Ask Bradley and the chief to get on back here.
Same situation down in the maneuvering room. The entire engineering crew.
That's about all of them. It's like a tomb.
You know, there's one thing that puzzles me, Doc. All the compartment hatches are left standing open. And looks like some of them have been forced. It's almost as though...
As though someone else had searched through the ship?
Yeah, something like that.
We've accounted for all but 5. There were 5 survivors.
You mean that recorder still works after 18 years?
The emergency power pack is as good as the day it was installed. Listen to this.
And now there are only 3 of us. I don't expect Sergeant Long to last more than a few days now. His head injury has caused loss of sight in both eyes, and his brain seems to have been damaged somehow. I'm also certain that my fever will soon overcome me. There are no more drugs aboard the ship. Lieutenant Anderson, Navigation Officer, Cosmos 3, Year 1, 74th day.
That's the last report.
74 long days. Watching the sky. Waiting for us. Waiting for death. Anderson knew it would take us 18 years to get back. The important thing is, he knew we would. Thank God we did.
You think they might be alive up in the mountains?
It's possible.
Hey, Chief, what's wrong? What's wrong with them, Doc?
I don't know.
Quick, get back!
Tarantula, don't make any quick moves. Doc, keep perfectly still. Let me have your laser gun.
Yes, sir.
Careful, Scott. He sees you. You can spring that far.
Look out, he's gonna jump.
I think he died more from shock than the poison. Like the chief said, we'll be lucky if we survive. Let's go. What else is on the tape? I'd rather not say. The Centaurians revolted, is that it? 2 of them did. They murdered Ross. This will hit the Admiral pretty hard. Yeah. Hit them pretty hard too, Doc.
better clothes. Not wet.
Centaurian dresses. They were your mother's.
Yes. You will wear them?
Oh, yes, Tang. You wait here, Tang. How long have your mother and father been gone, Tang?
Many years. I was a child.
And who taught you to speak? How to live?
Mother teach. She lived until 5 years before.
Do you live here all alone?
Yes. Alone.
Are there any other people on this planet?
Yes, there are others. Savages who hate and kill. They do not want Tang to live in their country. They are only enemy.
But there is room for many people to live here. Why should they object?
They are primitive men. They do not know how to think as we do. They are savages who fear men who are different. Beautiful girl.
My name is Linta.
Linta. Tang and Linta.
If you live here all alone, who undressed me?
Linta's clothes wet. I undressed. I did not mean to hurt you. Do not be afraid of me.
I am not afraid of you, Tang.
Now to our safe dwelling above the canyon to the west. Lieutenant Anderson, Navigation Officer, Cosmos 3. Year 1, 74th day.
Canyon to the west. I would place him in the upper end of this canyon. Probably in a cave high on the cliffs. There they'd be fairly safe from the creatures in the lowlands.
Admiral, do you seriously believe any of them are still alive?
I must, if I prove the contrary.
Well, then why haven't they used the radio? Or continued the tape report beyond 74 days?
He has a point, Admiral.
Granted, but even if we find nothing but their remains, at least we be sure.
Admiral King, are the dead worth more lives of the living? Hasn't this venture cost enough? Sergeant Allen, the Chief, Linda?
I'm not convinced that Linda is dead either. She might possibly be a captive.
A captive?
Yes, and Wilson said the serpent was killed by metal shaft, possibly an arrow. Might be primitive men on this planet.
Well, that is possible. We just haven't seen any trace of them yet.
Tomorrow morning, I'm going to go out and find out. I'll go alone if necessary. Good night, gentlemen.
Hey, sugar, how about the next dance?
Come on, stop it. You know I can't stand that.
Oh, you know you love it.
Yeah, but not when we can't do anything about it.
All right, break it up. Mr. Bradley, didn't you ever read the regulations covering shipboard romances?
Of course I did, but this started a long time before we came aboard.
Well, you'd better save it till you get back home, or you'll find yourself with a busted ensign.
Oh, now, Lieutenant, you wouldn't pull your rank on a sweet little junior officer like this just because you're jealous.
Bradley, there are some men who can send me right into orbit. You couldn't even get me onto the launching pad.
Where the blazes is everybody? Mr. Scott! Mr. Bradley, why isn't my field gear ready? Bradley!
Yes, sir.
Where's Mr. Scott? Why isn't the search party ready to leave?
Mr. Scott left a little while ago with the search party, sir. He took Doc and Harris with him. He said he wouldn't let anybody else go.
Oh. He said that, did he?
Well, those were your orders, weren't they, Admiral?
Yes. Yes, of course. Has he reported in yet?
No, sir. He said he would investigate the waterfall area and then report to you.
Well, let me know the moment you hear from him.
Hey, you know something? He didn't tell Scott to go. He was going to go himself.
Yes, I know. The commander told me about it last night.
Hey, we searched this area thoroughly. She isn't here, Admiral. We're going to head for the cliffs now. I'll let you know if we find anything. Yes, sir. Doc, what kind of metal would you say this is? Some kind of steel alloy? This was made from wreckage of Cosmos 3. What are you driving at? Well, there's only one kind of device that shoots an arrow like this. A crossbow. Maybe a Centaurian crossbow. Doc, we might be on the trail of the very man who murdered Captain Ross.
From the trees, from the vines, from this land I prepare while you sleep.
Oh, I have never seen such beautiful food. On Centaurus, at the colony, and on my ship, we have only synthetic food to eat.
I know. Mother speak of this before she leave on long journey beyond. I think I do not like colony. This much better food.
It's delicious. You're right, Hank. This is better food.
You have much to learn. Tang will teach. It is Tico, my hungry friend. He will show you how to eat this.
This is even better than the other.
Calm, be calm. Linda not hurt you. She new friend. Show Linda you are a good friend. Give Linda a kiss. Here, Tico. Here we are. Here we are. There you go. Linda like my friend Tico?
Yes, Tang.
Linda like Tang's food?
Yes.
Linda like Tang?
Linda loved Tang. I will have to return to my friends on the ship. They will be worried for me. Come on, let's bring them presents.
You like friends on ship more than Tang?
What you say is not true, Tang. I love you. Come on, help me with the presents.
No.
Big Tang falling in water. Very funny. Maybe this funny too.
Your ship.
So beautiful here. Centaurus was once like this. What is it, Tang?
They will take Vinta away.
And Tang, too. We will go to a new homeland together.
No. Mother and father are here. This is my homeland. This is Vinta's home.
Yes, Tang. This is Linta's home. But I have to tell the Admiral.
Why tell Admiral?
He's my friend. He's like a father. The only one I've ever known.
Like father. We will go to him.
She's
Let me
disturbed.
go!
Here, hold her a second.
Let me go! Let me go!
Why was she trying to go back, Doc?
I don't know, Harris. Delirious, I guess.
Se mi avesse lasciato parlare, le avrei spiegato che è stato un errore.
Non credo che
I don't think it'd make any difference. She's going to remain there like that until Scott brings that boy back.
That's where he's alive.
I'm sure that Scott would have found him by now if the wound was really critical.
Found myself.
Look, take it from me, David. If that boy can be found, Scott will find him.
Bradley just reported in. They've lost the trail. Stopped suddenly at the edge of a cliff.
Volcano's going to erupt. Smelly won't be safe. Radio Mr. Scott returns to ship.
Try once more, Jung.
I believe it's hopeless, Commander.
Admiral King wants us to report back to the ship. He's afraid old Smokey over there is going to blow its top and shake the walls down to the canyon.
All right, let's go. Sorry, sir.
You did the best you could. Mr. Scott, prepare the ship for departure.
Yes, sir.
I hate you. I hate all of you.
Sergeant Evans, crew to stations.
Yes, sir. Attention all personnel. Ascend stations. Ascend stations.
Raise the ramp. Close all inner and outer doors. Bring up! Hold it, Evans!
You get back to the ship. That's an order. We're both going back. I can't leave her here. I can't. Look, leave me here. I have to
find her. Don't you understand? She's my responsibility. She's all I have. Linda's my daughter. Linda!
Stand by, vertical gravitators.
Yes. Living room out control. Stand by, vertical gravity.
Hold it, Scott. They're alive, Admiral. Linda and the boy, look.
All personnel.
Attention! Attention! Linda is alive.
Linda and the boy are alive.
Hey, stand by, men.
Well, Mr. Scott, let's get about going home.
You we're not going back for them, Admiral?
No, we'll not go back. They'll be happy here. They belong here. They belong to each other. Together, they'll create a world of their own. Who are we to remove people from their homeland?
Sergeant Evans, activate controls.
Yes, sir.
The Admiral's a different man.
Yes, and so is Commander Scott.
Mr. Scott, make an entry in the ship's log. On this day, Fleet Command Ship Cosmos 1 is retiring from the third planet of the Solaris system. As this planet was heretofore unknown, we'll enter its location in the galactic record. From this day forward, the third planet of Solaris will be known as the Blue Planet. We designated planet Earth.